Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have all had a very restful weekend. And with that being said, let's hop straight into this video. As I've always mentioned, none of this that I'll be sharing is financial advice. This is all just my personal outlook and my personal opinion. Take it as you want to. This is not financial advice in any means possible. But with that, hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so we're going to start today with Bitcoin. So I will be posting my review of last week. I've still just been editing it, so I'll do that review. I'll post that later on along with this video as well if you want to go check that out. And you can see how I exactly called this left head, right shoulder that we are getting formed here. I did also mention we've got a rejection doji because of this EMA, and then a possible bullish engulfing forming here. So with that being said, let's break down Bitcoin and what I'm expecting to see happen this coming week. So if we just come out to our weekly time frame, we can just see how beautiful this market structure is. We have a beautiful push up and a pullback, beautiful bullish engulfing, and now we have this beautiful doji, bearish doji, just indicating to us a bit of indecision, which is perfectly normal because it is the beginning of the month. We have CPI coming out this week as well. We had NFP on Friday. There's a bit of news that are going to move the markets a bit this up and coming week. So if we head down onto the daily, you can see how we are still bullish because we have this beautiful rejection of this area, rejection of this EMA. We have the rejection there, support, rejection. Now we're rejecting again, beautiful push up. We broke this level. We could not hold this 100,000 level at all like we did here. So once we broke, I was waiting for that retest of this 100,000. This is about 99,000. I was waiting for this retest of this area, and we never got that retest. That kind of gave me, once this day closed like this, I knew straight away that price was coming back to this 92,500 area, and we were going to hold it. I called out this rejection here and that one there, and I said we could possibly see a double bottom forming or a left head and right shoulder, and it looks like we are getting that forming beautifully at the current moment. A bit more on a shorter term basis, we come down to obviously our 4 hour. We have a beautiful bullish engulfing up, and now we're at this area of interest with this EMA above it, which is understandable why price is forming this rejection doji here, specifically because this EMA is just pushing down on it, so nothing to worry about at all. When we close this, we could expect the next one to possibly break above it. We'll wait for a break and a retest of this area to continue pushing up. On the daily, what I am really liking is how we have the EMA holding this price action up at the moment, because what this is allowing us is for this coming day, even later today, we still have about 5 hours left. If price closes bullish like that, it will be beautiful because then we officially are breaking through this level, which will be phenomenal. If not, I am really honestly expecting this week for us to break above this 100,000 level again, this 99,000 level, specifically because on the weekly, if we close how we close now or slightly pushed up, we can expect that open possible rejection off here or slight rejection, and then that basically completes like a double bottom almost, and then that bullish engulfing to continue pushing up. Again, it's very hard to tell where price is going to go, specifically because of all the news coming out this next week. So if you want to know the day today, what's happening, please check out my Twitter. I'll link it below. And if you're enjoying this video so far, just hit the subscribe button. I'm uploading now daily on my daily outlooks, a bit more in depth than my Twitter outlooks, and we'll just run through. And if you have a currency or you have a token or whatever you want, a utility that you want us to have a look over, just drop it down. We'll have a look at it, and I'll give you my personal opinion on it and where I see it going. So with Bitcoin, I do see us having a very bullish week coming up, specifically because of this doji, this EMA underneath. It is just all aligning to be bullish. We have this left head, right shoulder that is also forming here phenomenally. So it's just signs for us to continue staying bullish. Don't get scared. This is not the top. There's still much, much further to go. With that being said, let's hop on to ETH. So Ethereum is by far one of, I think, the cleanest market structures at the moment. If you just see, we have this beautiful area of interest. We have resistance over here. Price kind of just hesitated through this area. We had a rejection, we had support, and we had this beautiful push up and this bearish engulfing here. What is making this bearish engulfing significant, obviously out here on the weekly, is that if you come down to the daily, even though we are bearish in this current market structure, we got a beautiful bullish inverted hammer rejection off this clear area of interest that we can see. We've used as support, we've used as resistance, support to push up. So with my outlook on Ethereum is that this week we could possibly, I don't see us just shooting all the way straight up there. I think it's possibly maybe by the end of the week, but with news marks, I reckon I'm going to be a bit hesitant. We could possibly see a little double bottom form, similar to what has formed here, this little double bottom, then we got that break above. So that is what I do see us possibly forming here. I could be absolutely wrong, but again, this is my opinion. I do see a double bottom forming here. What gets really interesting is this 4 hour. On this 4 hour, we have this like left head, right shoulder, which is very significant. Even if you just look, we don't really look at that. If we just look here, we have this left head, beautiful, and like a little right shoulder forming here. So in order for this pattern to now be valid, we obviously have to get a break above this area here, which is at 3325, also known as a round psychological level. I will be coming out in a couple of days' time with my full market structure breakdown, how I analyze, how I view the market. So stay tuned for that. So you can see left head, right shoulder that is forming here. If you don't know, this is a reversal pattern, and especially with it happening in this area of interest makes it a bit more significant. So I do see this next week us getting possibly that break and that retest to then start pushing bullish again in the following week. So that on the daily will then look like a beautiful bullish engulfing and then possibly a break and a retest. Just more on confirming with us that beautiful sort of double bottom formation to head upwards. So we come back to Solana. Solana also phenomenal market structure. So the reason I've drawn this here is because if you look at Ethereum is doing exactly the same as Solana. This is just all happening out here on the weekly. So beautiful, it's literally identical. And what I do see happening here is when this candle closes, if we do get that bullish engulfing or that like maybe it even closes halfway next week, we have then officially formed like a double bottom, even though we are still bullish. So that gives us double confirmation. We have just got confidences that we're at an area of interest. We are bullish. We have a double bottom rejection off this area. This EMA could possibly be pulling up like this. There's just so many more reasons to be more bullish than bearish on the technical aspect of it. And that's what I purely do, is just technical analysis day in, day out. I love it. This is my passion. So as you can see here, we've had a beautiful retest, push up, broke through, rejection, break, retest, push up, and now again reforming that almost double bottom that's forming here. On the daily, it is looking much cleaner. As you can clearly see, we have a beautiful almost double bottom forming, but more more specifically, we can see that the price is starting to slow down, so that we could then get that double bottom here to then have that break and that retest up. Again, ETH and Sol very, very similar at the current moment. So obviously the daily, we are forming a beautiful doji, so don't be hesitant or worried if price does pull back to about this 180 to form that double bottom. We are bearish, so we have to either break below here and then close above this high, or break above that high. So which one seems more likely? Possibly the slight break below here and then the break above to shift structure, then bullish. This is obviously on the daily. We come down here to the 4 hour, and the 4 hour is looking really, really beautiful. So funny enough, in my video last night, I called this double bottom like to perfection. I said I see us forming a double bottom, and we formed a beautiful double bottom. We are not yet bullish. We have to body close above this 192.50 area. So we have not shifted yet. As soon as we get this body close above here, it gives us an idea that we have rejected this area and that we are getting that push further up. On the daily, like I said, that will give us a beautiful bullish engulfing. Now to XRP. XRP is a crazy one. I have been saying this for quite a while now, that XRP is definitely a future. There's just so much happening with it at the current moment, with obviously it being used, them having a stable and all this coming up. But I'm not even worried about fundamentals. I believe fundamentals are already priced into the chart. So as you can see here, this is actually what is similar to happening on Bitcoin, just this has already formed, that we have that beautiful, sorry, let's just redraw that a bit neater. Boom, 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 boom. We have that beautiful left head, right shoulder on XRP. So you might say, so what are you expecting? I did call this out last night as well. I did say if we got to 260, I do expect us to have that break, and then this retest of this area here. This area should be slightly bigger of this area, because when we get a break, we need to form that higher low, and that higher low could be possibly forming here. So this is that left head, right shoulder. Like I said, if we can get that forming on Ethereum or Solana, that will be phenomenal. Like I said, I do see that forming on Bitcoin as well. Just Bitcoin is a little bit behind with the formation. If you just look at the two, they are obviously much more different, but the concept stays the same. We're getting that retest of this neckline clearly that we can see here. So on the weekly, beautiful bullish engulfing, beautiful rejection, and now we're pushing, and we can possibly see a push to 260 easily and a closure above it. If we get a closure above here, it will confirm to us that we have now created a new higher high. On the daily, exactly, could either see that push higher, or I'm waiting for this small little pullback here and then the push up. And if we get this pullback here, because XRP, Solana, Ether, or altcoins to Bitcoin, we will have that small little pullback on Solana, on Ethereum, which will then complete that double bottom, which is just giving us a bit more confidence on why price will start absolutely pumping. If we come over here to the 4 hour, we can see we've had a clear, beautiful hesitation break, and looks like we came back to retest this structure at the top here. We didn't come back into the area, but we came back to this structure here, which is absolutely fine as well, as long as it is rejecting off structure and not just rejecting off anything. So that gives us a bit more confidence, but I am not going to be surprised if we do have a pullback on the daily into this area to then give us that explosive move upwards. So my first target will obviously be here, which will be the 260, then about the 270, 275, and then probably about the next, not the all-time high, with the next current high, which will be the 290, and then $3 zone is obviously our next fundamental area where we do have a lot of resistance and orders and all of that sort of stuff building up around that $3 area, just because that's the price that everyone's floating around. So with that being said, I only covered obviously the top 4 in this whole list of pairs. I'm not holding a position in any of these. I just do the analysis for other people. I am not licensed. I am just, this is my pure opinion. So yeah, listen to it, take it with a grain of salt. But with that being said, thanks for watching and all the best for upcoming week. Tune in daily on my Twitter, on my YouTube, and yeah, let's get this market going. With that being said, have a beautiful morning or beautiful evening.